This news update is brought to you by
This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Today update for Thursday, August 14, 2014. A warm welcome to you. I'm Kmar Jordan. Good evening. The results are in. The government today announced that 14 scholarships and 22 exhibitions have been awarded this year to students who excelled in the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Exam, or CAPE, and the Associate Degree Program at the Barbados Community College. Harrison College received the majority, or 7, of the scholarships, while Queen's College took 6 and Christchurch Foundation 1. Queen's College also received 16 exhibitions, Harrison College 5, and the Barbados Community College 1. Congrats to all the winners. Meantime, it's shaping up to be a woman-to-woman battle for the top post of the Barbados Workers' Union. Earlier this year, Sir Roy Trotman announced that he was stepping down and that the executive had nominated Tony Moore as their designate to replace him as General Secretary. However, in a further update to the media today ahead of the August 30th elections, Sir Roy reported that another woman had thrown her hat in the ring. 37-year-old Moore, who is the current Deputy General Secretary of the BWU, will come up against Veronica Griffith, a 41-year-old veteran who's also one of Sir Roy's deputies. This means that whichever way the contest goes, there will be a woman in charge of the BWU come September.
Moore was chosen 5 years as one of the people to train 5 years ago. A young man was also chosen then. He's no longer with us because he saw some greener pastures and he went to those greener pastures. Now, given the time to prepare, and she stays the distance, if she becomes somewhat, Veronica may in fact become the General Secretary. Then after training and orientation, the organization will have, from age 40, let's say, she takes further training and orientation, a good 25 years, and you want continuity. That was the position of the executive.
Meantime, a total of 5 resolutions are scheduled to go before the BWU's annual conference. Among them, a resolution which calls for changes to the Employment Rights Act.
One of those areas that they have sought to pull back is having the union represent or call on them to appeal cases when they have disciplined employees. They have expressed a preference to rely on the act, which was never intended to replace custom and practice, but really to provide a bare minimum standard. So we have invited our conference to give attention to this area and to call on all the powers that be to ensure that the intention of the Employment Rights Act is not lost in its execution.
In other news, the Barbados Light and Power Company Limited has welcomed the decision of the Fair Trading Commission on the Renewable Energy Rider program. The regulatory body yesterday handed down a decision which takes effect on September 1, giving customers the choice of a buy-all, sell-all, or a sale of excess billing arrangement with the power company. BL&P had initially indicated its preference for the buy-all, sell-all arrangement. But responding to reporters' questions today, Managing Director John Williams said the decision was in line with what the company expected.
We're very supportive of moving in the direction and recognizing at the same time that we have a responsibility to ensure that there is a stable, reliable grid, and that as we move towards a new future, we do not jeopardize that level of reliability that Barbadians have become accustomed to.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
To news from the region now, Antigua and Barbuda today welcomed a new Governor General. He is Sir Rodney Williams, a medical doctor by profession, who takes over from Dame Louise Lake Tack, who served in the post for the past 7 years. Sir Rodney will immediately get down to work tomorrow as the island's new head of state by delivering his first throne speech outlining the government's programs for the next 5 years. On the international scene, U.S. President Barack Obama calls for peace and calm as tension remains high in Ferguson, Missouri. His appeal comes as angry residents continue to take to the streets in protest of the shooting death of Michael Brown, an 18-year-old African-American. The details surrounding the teenager's death are still murky, but eyewitnesses and police have been given different accounts about what took place last Saturday. President Obama says while he understands that the emotions are raw at this time, the country needs to settle down and hold itself to a high standard.
Now's the time for healing. Now's the time for peace and calm on the streets of Ferguson. Now is the time for an open and transparent process to see that justice is done. And I've asked that the Attorney General and the U.S. Attorney on the scene continue to work with local officials to move that process forward. They will be reporting to me in the coming days about what's being done to make sure that happens.
Well, that's been our 6 o'clock update. We'll be back again at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Until then, you can log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, or better yet, you can like us on Facebook for the latest news and sports. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in a bus terminal near you, or on Screenplay at a supermarket or a gas station. I'm Kamar Jordan. Have a wonderful evening and see you again tomorrow morning.
This news update is brought to you by